Hey everybody, it's Kieran Gutting, and I'm here today to talk to you about the topic of managed money or managed account or a managed stock portfolio. And the reasons people do them, what they like, what they don't like, should you have one, do you not need one? So it all begins with the very beginning, which is risk. Are you willing to accept some sort of risk? Whether you're managing your money yourself or you're having somebody manage it for you, you are assuming risk. So make sure you're comfortable with that, make sure you know that. And if you are okay with risk, then maybe you want to look at managed money. And you might say, well, Kieran, what else would I do? And the answer is, well, you can do it yourself. If you have the skill, the will, the desire, the time to actually go in, update the portfolio, make those decisions, have a basis other than some article we read online or in Barron's or in Wall Street Journal about a company, they actually are able to choose companies or funds that you like. That's great. Do it yourself. It's a great way for a lot of people. In my opinion, it's not the best way for most people. Most people should use money managers. And you may already be using one either through a specific person or more likely through mutual funds or exchange traded funds. Those are actually managed money because you are paying a fee in there for a portfolio manager to trade the account, to run the account, period. But the managed money I'd like to talk to you about today is where you have somebody that constructs a portfolio on their own, reviews it with you, goes over it, and has a strategy. And you pay a fee. And typically that fee might be 1%, it could be 0.5%, it could be 1.25%. They're all over the board, it depends. They're typically paid out quarterly. So if it's a 1% fee and it's a $100,000 portfolio, you're paying $1,000 a year. Typically it's done quarterly. So just to keep the math easy, we're gonna take $250 out of the account every quarter to pay the fee for the money manager. Should you have one? Most people should. What should you get for one? Wow, now that's a great question because they are not all created the same. I personally am not a money manager, but I work with a couple of them that I have an agreement with, and I have clients work with them. And what I would tell you to look for is something that is better than what you can do yourself, somebody with a track record, not a hypothetical, and somebody that is actually qualified to do it and is currently managing a significant amount of assets. And by that I would mean 100 million plus, maybe $1 billion, depends on where you're at with it. I have people that have done managed money for a couple $100,000. I've had people that have done managed money for, I'll just say north of 8 figures, over 10 million.